Hi, Xiaoming. Hi, welcome, new friends. Layar Goko, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Welcome to the community. Hello, I sent the communicable notes at the chat room. You can feel free to click the link and edit, left your name there, say something about yourself, maybe the topics you want to read for the day. And for today's agenda, we have two parts. So first is about the AuthService MVP Demo, and second is the MA. And hi, Daniel.
Hi, how are you doing?
Yeah. Nice. Welcome, everyone. I share the link of our communicable notes at the chat room, the Zoom. You can click the link and left your name there at the attendees and see the agendas, and maybe left the questions you want to ask for the day. Maybe before I have this agenda, I think we can have a little introduction session that we can get to know each other and to see how get acquainted and to see how you are interested in this project and how we can help you if you want to join the community. So so first goes myself. So this is Wei. I'm Wei Duan, and I'm the community manager of Next.ID. So we've been running this project like for half a year, and it's a DID open source protocol, and we want to build it as a whole solutions that completely replace the Web2 apps. Like when you are a Web2 user, you use all OpenID system to log in a service you may have. Like you use one Google Gmail account to log in Twitter or Instagram or other services, right? So Web3 is the same, but right now in the market and industry, we won't get any smooth services as the Web2 apps does. So this is why we are building this this project, and a quick introduction of this project. If you have already reached out to our official site, we have 3 kinds of service right now. It's approve, KV, and relation. If you see my screen, so proof service looks like the approve chain that you can go here, that we build it with our avatar. If you know, if you already watched the movie of James Cameron, that movie like 10 years ago, I believe, far away, long story, and it's very famous. If it goes there, the main character named Jake is like a person. He's a half paralyzed on her body, like his neck, legs, but he can control everybody in that planet of Nami, right? So this is the same, like we're controlling the digital avatars in the metaverse. So this is why we are raising this idea or concept of avatar. So avatar, it's very simple. It's a private key and public key is a key pair. So we know the private key. Or everyone else couldn't know it, right? We know it. We use this private key to control your avatar out there in the metaverse. Then you use this avatar to link to all the accounts you may have, like a Web2 accounts in Twitter or Facebook, and also we can link it to the Ethereum or public addresses and other kind of services. So this is why we use avatar to binding all of the services. And right now, in the past version, we are using a name called proof service to verify it. I can go back to the list of hello space. So first, you use a SECP 256KY K1 algorithm to generate your private key and public key pair. So this is for demo. And then you use that to binding your Twitter account by using our APIs in proof service. Then you proved a proof service, or proof post on the Twitter. So like this, you can see. See, like this, you are verifying your Twitter ID for Next.ID, and you're posting with the signatured by your private key. And go back here, have the general signatures, proof your Twitter, and then verify this proof. So after get a success, if a return code of 201 created, then you successfully binding your Twitter account with your avatar. So this is what in the past we weren't doing. But right now I'm introducing with AuthService, because you can see in this long process, you need to post a Twitter post right in here. This is not very convenient. So comparing to Web2 apps, authentication experience is quite, I wouldn't say it's weird, but it's too noisy, right? Too many efforts to do. So we want to align this experience with the Web2 apps more seamlessly, just with a one click or use a web page. So I can show you with the demos. So this is simply a demo of the AuthService. And before I show, I can go a quick sync with how we design this AuthService. So the main idea of AuthService is want to use a self-host VPS. Like this authentication process, you only by yourself. You wouldn't have to require any services from some platforms, quote platform, because when the platforms controls all the things you have, like the data, the authentication process, all the data is, it will come with the results that the privacy you may have left unsecure, right? So we want to get it back. So that's why we are like standardize this process with self-hosted VPS, and it's an interaction between your user, your web app or the app, and then your self-hosted VPS. So you click with the Next.ID, then use your VPS to off that and request prompt you need to do, and then authenticate by supported platform. So we will show you with the Twitter account. So this is really MVP. So it only works on Twitter. Then after signature get, you can authorize with the consent, and you can go see here with the logging and prompt with the Twitter OAuth or ETH wallet, and eventually you will have to include the data you want to have, like proof service, KV service, or third-party APIs, user profile to authorize. So this is a very simple process. I can go back to the logging demo to see how it goes. So the first page of this DApp demo is that you will have this AuthService URL. So right now it's our official API. You can deal it with your own server. So make your own server and copy paste your URL here. Use your own, like I mentioned here, use your own self-host VPS. I don't know if you see my mouse is kind of small. I can zoom in. So here, right? So use your own VPS, AuthService. And right now we're demoing with our official URL. Yeah, sure. I can share it with you. So I will share it with the meeting note. Okay. Yeah, sure, of course. So you can see here. So let me just go on with the demo and ask any questions. So you can see here it's quite simple because it's MVP, but we're gonna evolving this up later. So if you're replacing this with your server, so it goes with yours. So right now we are demoing with the official URL, and then you can choose its expiration date, like 1 day, or 1 week, or 1 year. I believe we can just change this, alter this to like months, etc. Make it more options. Then click login. You'll pop up with authentication. So right now you have 2 providers can test on Discord and Twitter. Is demo link public accessible? Not yet. So this demo is like we are hosting our official site. So it's only for demoing, showing how it goes. But we're definitely gonna like publish out a public demos, I think, this week. Thanks, Shani, for raising the question. Then after authentication, you can click using Twitter. See, this pop-outs with all services. So imagine if you're using a web app like the app. So it's very similar to your authentication experience back to a Web2 user. So it's the same when you click the back to steps. I just show you, and then go to this step, authorize the Twitter account. Then it will shows this is the app from this one. So this one is not ready to public yet. This is a test app, and it will tell you when it's gonna be expiration. And this is a public key of this avatar you are doing with, right? You are dealing with your data came from this avatar. This is a public key address, then goes with authorized with this. See, so they have happen to be successfully. So signature verified, login will expire by 1 day because I kicked it 1 day, and this explains the signatures. So it's very similar to when you are dealing with your own server. This is shown by our test demo and test app and our official AuthService. Yeah. You may ask any questions here. So Daniel or Lyra, I don't know if I pronounce your name right.
You got it. I don't have any questions yet, but thanks for the opportunity to ask.
Right. Thank you. So this is probably about this all services, and yeah, next is our EMA, because I can see we have new friends, including Daniel and and other friends we've been seeing in the form in the past meetings. I think I can go. You can go introduce yourself and let's say something about yourself. Where do you come from, and how you get interested in this project, and what we can help you with this project. Leah, do you go first?
Hi, my name is Ilya. I heard about you guys from Hannah, who I met at the MIT Bitcoin Club meetup. I'm just here to explore and see what you guys are up to and what I can learn from it, and maybe how I can use your platform. I'm developing a framework for making community web spaces. So for now, I'm mostly using regular websites, but I have certain decentralization elements in there, like complete transparency of the community data and private key backed user accounts, which can be used across different instances. And yeah, just cross-pollinating here, I guess.
All right, nice. You can left the name of your product here if you're ready to.
Sure. Yeah, as long as you're not offended by a cuss word, because it has a cuss word in the name. I'll put it there, and you can delete it.
Yeah. We can get to know your product and to find out how we can interact with each other. So your name is Leah. I don't know. Please correct me.
It's Ilya. The first letter is an I, and the second letter is an L, but they look the same because the way the letters are. Right. So it's a capital I, lowercase L.
Ilya. Right.
Yep.
Thank you, Ilya. Welcome.
You're welcome. Yeah, you were really close. I didn't want to interrupt your talk for a minor correction.
Yeah. Thank you, Ilya. So second, let's introduce Daniel. I've been meeting Daniel with before. So Daniel, would you go up to introduce yourself a little bit?
Hey everyone, I'm Daniel. I'm a Brazilian student developing blockchain applications, and I'm here to learn more about Next.ID and how I can contribute. Yeah.
Great. Welcome, Daniel. So I remember Daniel is more interested in our smart contract development, right? Like smart contract wallet.
Yeah, I'm studying about account abstraction and stuff. So I'm kind of interested in this part. Yeah.
So you can ask any question you may have right now, because it's pretty our core developers who is dealing with smart contract wallet. named Beanie. I believe he is kind of in a vacation for today. So I believe we will have him to join by next meeting. Do you have any question on that regarding not regarding on the small contract wallet development, many other things like how you're gonna join our community, like how this community work? Do you any other questions about this?
Yeah, I will be glad if you could like give me an overall how it's working right now.
Mm-hmm. I can give it an overall, so how this community works. So like I mentioned before, this community has been established for almost half a year. So and the product side is just, I mentioned here, I can go back to our open source organization. So you can go to this organization, github.com Next.ID, and you can see all the repos here. We have the two main repos, relation server, pool server, and KV service. And right now you can see it's a locked AuthService. It's an under LE implementation. And we have this SDKs, many SDKs and many languages we are adopting, like JavaScript, TypeScript, also Rust. Our core developers, Nick Marr, he's also here, and I believe he just finished with our Rust SDK. So we hope this kind of SDKs will make the developer experiences more seamlessly. Then go back to the organization of this community repo. We have many here. Of course, the main docs repo is also open source. You can raise any PR issues there if you find any problems in our official site. Then I will go to the community. So the community repo explains how our community is working right now. So you can see in community repos, we have to have the community governance explained. And since we are very open community, all the other stuff we are doing is on Notion, like I show you. So this is the English community core notes, and other notes you can go to check. Not all of them are publicly accessible, but I think some of them are. And if you are gonna like you raise a PR, like go back to the community manager. If you're becoming a builder, right? If you're becoming a builder, do some PRs or like documentation corrections, we're inviting you. We'll invite you into this organization of Notion. You go free to access all the materials we have, like a version plan, OKRs, etc. So for the delegation role of the community right now, it's very simple. We have like 3 layers of people who are specialized. One is for a builder. So you will be specializing on one focus or more, right? You came to collaborate with us on like proof service or KV service or all service upgoing or the relation services. Then after you be nominated and successful selected with the builder, will go back to coding or do other contributions, and time passes, and then you maybe become a SIG owner. You may be in charge on one main block of codes, or maybe do developer advocating, etc. And right now, and after that, if still have a enormous interest also enthusiasm on the community, you maybe become the maintainer in the future. So it's a very simple delegation role of the whole hierarchy of this structure of the community governance. And this is very similar to open source, any other open source projects you're joining. So it's very similar. And the different thing is that since we're a Web3 project, you can see from that in Web3 projects, we are more running towarding a decentralized or autonomous organization, aka DAO. So we are heading it right now. It's a open source community still, but we're heading that. Heading that means in the future we will introducing our incentive system, meaning you can do your contributions and you will get like literally money back. So it's more likely running as a DAO and close to company. It will get you will have the compensations and you will have the money you will get accordingly to your contribution to the community. So this is still in progress. I think after our official version of 1.0 released, and when we'll kick off this part, will be kick off this part at that point. I think so. So this is basically how this community runs right now. Any questions from you, Daniel?
No, it's fine. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks. And I believe we have other friends. Anyone else? Because I think this is our friends already know. Anyone want to pop out to introduce yourself or share something? In other attendees, like Wenwei, Taylor, Wu-Chen. No. Okay, thank you. So last, thanks, Leah, and welcome to join. Last, I will invite our core contributor, Nilma. I think Nilma can just share some like recent updates at the community development. Likmar, are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. So hello everyone, and sorry I'm a little bit late for this meeting. And yeah, for the last 2 weeks, we just developed AuthService, just like Wei just demonstrated before, and yeah, there is a new SDK for Next.ID, which is written in Rust. So please give it a try. I kind of finished it, but some niche changes should be made, but it's not a big deal right now. So you can just have a try of this Rust SDK. Yeah, and also there is some small changes in the RelationService. If you just host if you just host your own instance of the RelationService, you should get into the RelationService repo and take a look of what has been changed. There are basically some small changes, something you need to notice. And yeah, we just focus on the AuthService and the Rust SDK for the last 2 weeks. So yeah, just like Wei just demonstrated. Yeah. So that's it.
Thanks, Mar. Thanks, Mar. And I think our next version is our 1.0 R32. So we are not deciding yet if the AuthService will goes into this version. Maybe next version it will be the AuthService put in, because as you see the AuthService is quite early, and we want to be dogfooding for a period of time, and we will have this like integrated with our partner to see how it goes. And after all this, all these works out, I think we'll put in official version. But of course, definitely we'll have RC2 to shipping out. I think will be next week. So it will be like majority of box fixes, some minor changes, etc. Like Nick Mar mentioned here. Next week release. And apart from all of these, I believe this is what we're gonna want to share at today's community call. And anyone have any comments?
Oh.
Share again.
Just to make sure, I joined a little bit late, so didn't fully catch the demo. So you're gonna release the recordings, right?
Sorry, I couldn't get your question.
Sure. So this is recorded, right? And the recording link will be shared.
Yes. It will be recording. Sure. Thanks for raising the question. I can see we recorded every meeting of this Zoom meeting, so it will be released and uploaded into a YouTube channel. You can see here.
Sure.
Yeah, share a link here.
Make sure any relevant links, including this one, this page, and perhaps some other links are going to be findable.
Yes, sure, of course. And let me just, I think, thanks for the, let me go back to, here this one. Yeah.
So is the link going to be shared in Discord or on Twitter? Where can I find it?
It's in Notion, so this Notion link. I think this is public to share. Wait.
Okay.
Yeah. So this one, this community call, English community call notes. This link is public shared, and you can access to this link and access to our community call calendar, Zoom meeting link, and also the recorded meeting YouTube channels. Yeah,
Sure.
You can just use this link, and I would copy paste the design here because, auth design. Because Ilya is interested, I wouldn't want to miss it. So this is the design link. Ilya can go back here to see.
Thank you. Thanks for thinking of me.
Yeah. You can go back to see. So yeah.
I was just making sure that because not everyone can find the Notion, right? So people probably want to access it via either say Twitter or Discord or most of those major social channels. So just make sure the Notion link can be found on social channel.
Yes, you're raising a good question, Tan. I think we will list the comment every Notion channel at the URL of YouTube uploaded recordings. Also, we will share constantly sharing the meeting notes link into our Telegram, DC, most English channels. I believe so.
Sure.
Thanks, Taylor. Because this is, of course, this is very similar to has been working with other open source projects. Other open source projects, meaning use a Google Docs. Everyone is familiar with Google Docs, but in Web3 era, most of the projects and teams they did start to using Notion. Is interesting. And then one thing from is I think Notion is also composable, right? It's very different for way dealing with a product. In Notion, you can building blocks one by one, right? It's very have a kind of a similar philosophy with Web3 spirits. This is all we're here for today. Thanks, everyone. If there's no more questions, we will end the call and we'll help you to see you Oh, you
I
go
I
ahead,
have
yeah.
I have a quick question actually. Since you're
Yeah.
talking about Notion and Google Docs, I was wondering if you've heard of any decentralized services like that that would be perhaps they're not ready for use yet, but they're under development, or any sort of like collaborative services that's not
Oh.
centralized.
We are using another tool named Dwork. I believe this is a decentralized work. We are start using it to like patching tasks for the community. You can go back to this here. So yeah, here the
Cool. Thanks for
marketing.
telling me about that.
And these links has been sharing at our Discord channel. I don't know if you joined the Discord channel. Let me just
Not yet.
yeah, quick sharing. Thanks to raise the question. Discord here. And our work here. Yeah. How about Telegram? Have you joined our Telegram community? Julia, if you're interested, I can invite you here.
Sure. Yeah, if you can post a link to that. I'm not a huge Discord user, but I'm gonna check it out.
You can wait a second. This one. So I copies all the channels, Dworks, Telegram, and Discord at meeting notes. You can click anyone, you're free to join in. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, I guess I don't have any more questions. Thanks a lot for having this call.
Thanks, Ilya, to join. Thanks, Daniel, and thanks all the old friends we're having here, the core contributors. And you can see Wenwei also shining. And some of just one last note, since I said our community is not, I believe open source is not only about like coding so far. It's evolving into like it's a way to raise the productivity of the software project. So in our open source community, we also have our marketing people, like Wenwei and our Shaoling. They help us to raise the awareness of this project to the market, to the developers, to everyone out there. So this is quite different and quite interesting about our community. And if you're interested, you can join us not only in contributing on the codes. So. There's one last note, and thanks for everyone to join. I will meet you in next week bi-weekly meeting. Bye, Yulia. Bye, Daniel. And Daniel, you can go back to ask me any questions regarding this smart contract wallet, and I will go sync with you privately on that, of course. Bye, Daniel. Yeah. I will go back with the smart contract wallet development, because right now the people who are in charge of this really hasn't been available for the day.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.